exactly did I catch exactly 2 imposters? Simply because Yellow planted a seed on me. To understand that, we have to start from the very beginning. Wait, before we begin, I'm playing with Mikami and Glitch, so already, I know I'm against smart players. Alright, let's begin. I calculated my movement path carefully. At first, I headed toward middle. Nothing special, but there was a purpose behind it. Almost instantly, I noticed Cyan and Orange both heading left together. Then Coral followed shortly after. I kept that information in my head immediately, because in small groups like that, the chances of an early game kill become much higher, especially when players separate. So instead of rushing around randomly, I headed to cafeteria and waited around 5 seconds. Not because I was AFK, but because I wanted to test my logic. And as expected, Coral dies. Cyan reports the body. That instantly lowered my suspicion on Cyan. Then I deliberately asked Orange for his location, and White unknowingly confirmed my suspicions. That's when multiple scenarios instantly formed in my head. Scenario 1, Orange walked left with Cyan, then separated looking for a kill, but Cyan looped back unexpectedly and found the body. Scenario 2, Cyan and Orange were both imposters. However, that scenario felt less likely, because most imposters usually don't hard expose their teammate during round 1 unless necessary. Then the third scenario appeared. Orange found his teammate nearby, hoping for a double kill, but the second imposter failed to react in time. And the only reason this third scenario even appeared in my head was because Mikami mentioned Yellow being nearby. That changed everything. So instead of directly accusing anyone, I planted a seed onto Yellow, not because I fully believed it yet, but because I knew people focus on seeds after they're planted. Next round. Doors instantly shut, and that detail mattered more than people think, because from a previous game, I remembered that Mikami and Glitch sabotaged exactly like this. So instantly, my brain narrowed the possibilities toward either Mikami or Glitch. I called a meeting, not to accuse, but to plant another seed. A very slight one, just enough pressure to observe reactions later. However, something felt off. Glitch's AFK claim, the timing felt unnatural. So although the chances were small, my suspicion slowly leaned more toward purple. We skipped, and I vented toward the right side after rotating from left. While moving, I memorized every single player I passed. Tan, yellow, black near lower left, maroon and lime upper left. Every movement mattered. Cyan's body was reported. The only players unaccounted for were purple and yellow. So first, I accused purple. Then I reinforced the older seed by repeating the same phrase. Purple is most likely the one sabotaging, but suddenly, Yellow accused me out of nowhere, and that reaction annoyed me immediately, because Yellow wasn't making sense, so I snapped back and reminded him, you were already suspected since round 1, but somehow, Tan got voted instead. Then the next round begins. Mikami calls a meeting. Both of us accuse Purple. Purple keeps defending himself over and over, but then, something subtle happened. Yellow leaves the game, and that moment mattered more than Purple speaking, because now I had to ask myself, was it really a disconnect, or was it someone leaving after realizing they were already caught? Purple gets voted, and as expected, there were no imposters left afterward, meaning my logic was correct from the start. Yellow and Purple were both imposters, all from one planted seed, and that is another victory.